I started in high school. My first paid job was in 1970 as designing for a dinner theater before I went to Carnegie Mellon. I had a couple of years of college first. Back in August, when I was asked to do the design, I built a white model, but I built a quarter-inch scale model, which represents the interior of the Rawls Theater. Stage. I like tipping the stage towards the audience because this is the Caucasian Chalk Circle. The floor became important, so I wanted the audience to see the stage. And then when I did that, I wanted the projections to be hitting pretty squarely on, and all of a sudden that meant that the backdrop was tipping towards the audience. And I liked that whole idea. It became very immediate, very invasive on an audience.
There were some quirks about the show, about the set that we had to work around. Namely, Alan's design was very much hinging on the fact that we could see all the lights and that we could see pretty much everything going on, which meant that part of the set there were these huge poles that were coming up the sides and there were lights on them, and getting to them and hanging them was a little more difficult than is normally in this space.
Okay, so what we need to do, can we get the company back into the theater?
Yes.
This obstructing each other is going to be very difficult. Right. So Susan has to get through you.
Watching Laura work, the director, Laura Cuetara work, is just amazing watching how she interacts with the acting ensemble and how she interacts with the cast and everything. So it's just been a great overall experience. My role in this project is projectionist. I also helped culminate all of our film and slides that you see up on the backdrop during the show.
Now the production's good. It's been fun, I guess, to watch the actors get better at their work and me not improve at all. I worked 2 whole days on that of the revolution sequence of teaching people how to get thrown off stage and do a cool little battle sequence. So that's what I want to do for my career, stunt work. So Laura found that out and looked at my stunt reel and wanted me to do combat choreography stuff for them.
Into the abyss! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This belongs to sound. Keep it. I don't want it anymore.
You got it.
What's up? Hi. We're doing the Backstage documentary thing. I was just returning a monitor. We're getting ready for our final dress rehearsal.
Anytime you tie a knot in the middle of the rope, you're tying a knot on a bite. Because the bite is just where you turn the rope over.
Okay.
If you tie it on the end of the rope, you're tying a regular knot. I mean, I consider my role as a tech director to be basically a visionary, practical problem solver for aesthetic challenges. Basically what happens is I'm supposed to try to figure out what it is the director and the designer really want, and then find practical ways to engineer that and make it happen.
When are you guys gonna fix the lights, Alan?
What's that?
When are you gonna get the lights fixed?
When am I going to get the lights fixed? Yeah. It'll be ready for closing night. I just keep working on it. That's what I'm doing. Kind of job on the picture.
That's why mine didn't look right.
Right.
Circle means everlasting, eternity, love. That's why you wear a wedding ring on your left ring finger. Because it's the closest vein to your heart. It goes straight to your heart, just like the chalk circle.
When the house of a great one collapses,
many little ones are slain.
The plunging wagons drags the sweating oxen into the abyss.
Called the Caucasian Chalk Circle. We actually looked into the traditional clothing that would be worn in the Caucasus Mountains. So the basic silhouette comes from that, and a lot of the detail comes from that as well. So because we had a fairly low budget, we utilized a lot of what was already in stock. And so that kind of set a color palette, and then once I met with Alan, that color palette somehow worked with the palette that he was utilizing for the stage. So we were very lucky in that respect.
Most of the times you have an order, like a 1, a 2, a 3. Everything goes in order. You start with pre-production, you go to acting, practice, you get your script finished, then you go music, then you have your props done, and then you do dress rehearsal, and then you run the show. This show, it was totally crazy like that, in that we had pre-production, we had actors, then we had music, and then we went to dress rehearsal, then we had props, then we had more dress rehearsal, then we had show, then we had props.
Places for during intermission. We have a 15-minute intermission, okay. 10 according to the audience. So
10 right now?
Yeah, it was 10 2 minutes ago, but give them a 10.
I call the show, which means whenever a light cue changes, sound cue changes, or projection cue changes, I give them a go so that it all goes at the right time and is seamless.
Me and my assistant do not get to see the play because we're behind the stage and it's all masked off, and so it just, we can't see it. We can hear it, but we can't see it.
So I've been here 3 nights, and this is my 4th. By the end of it, I will have seen the whole play entirety about 15 times.
I guess I never really had an appreciation for how much work it takes. Whereas with a film, you know, you might have a rehearsal or 2, but you know, getting it wrong the first time is not, you know, not a big deal. This time you practice, you know, gosh, we've been practicing for, you know, a month and a half, you know, every single day for a run of 7 shows, and it feels like maybe there might be nothing to show for it, but I think that the relationships that you make in theater are a lot tighter than anywhere else because you're working towards a common goal.
I'm putting things into
It's like a charitable
the
fund.
programs for Caucasian Chalk Circle. From where I sit backstage, I can only see the very edge of the stage, of the back of the stage. Anyway. And one time Luke, the actor who plays Simon in the play, he ran into the string that everyone was ducking around, and there were a whole bunch of people in front of him, and then they were all ducking and having a good time, and then he just kind of close hangs himself.
There was one time when we were testing speakers in the basement, and we plugged into a bad amp and almost started a fire down there. There was a lot of smoke and it smelled like an electrical fire, but luckily we didn't burn the building down. So I think that's probably my fondest memory, coming close to burning the school down, I guess.
On strike night, the biggest thing for me on strike night is to make sure that we can get as much done as possible within the basically 4 hours we have, and that nobody gets hurt doing it, because it's not worth having a 100-pound post fall on somebody and break a shoulder.
All right, so we're going to pull this out. You're coming. Friends with you? I do. You got it.
You know, they're on the I think on Saturday night, coming together for the last time. It'll be emotional for me, but more emotional for the cast, I think. They've put, like I said, they put their heart and soul, and you know, they might not be getting paid, they might not be getting a grade. So for them to walk away from this after 8 weeks and showing, you know, what they've come out with, it's just I think that's a great experience for anyone. So.
I am not a light person right now. I'm waiting for Tyler to finish doing whatever he's doing, and then he's gonna hold it, and I'm gonna unclip it, and then hopefully he'll pull it up because I know her strength right now.
Okay, Mike, start bringing it in. Okay, Mike, almost there. Keep going.
Really proud of the production. I had great qualms about it, and it worked out really, really well.